All right, we are now live. It's time for the pre-market PulseWave report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger reports. This is live for Sunday, April the 17th, 2022. And what we do during these segments is we take a look at where the markets close so we can get an idea or I say a guideline for what we can expect the markets to do once they open at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time this evening. All right, so that's what we do. All right, so first things first, loading up my charts now, and we look at the weekly charts because today's significance is where did the market end and what are we expecting it to move forward to do. So that's kind of how we're about to roll right now. As soon as I get all these charts open. Yes, good morning to you, Builder. Good morning, good morning. And happy Resurrection Day to you too, M. Holmes. Welcome, welcome. All right. I'm not going to keep everybody long because this is the weekend and I want to go chill. So I'm just going to run through a few of these very significant, important charts to give you guys, a guidepost to what to expect as we move forward because we are in uncertain times. There's a lot going on. If you missed the trade journal video that I just finished doing before I started this video, it should be available now. You can view that after this video. And I go over my open positions and what I'm planning to do about it once the markets open at 6 p.m. today. That's when I'll be making my final decision. If I'm, if there are any stops that I need to move, I'll move them. If the market's looking like it's doing the opposite of what is anticipated, then what I will do is I will take profit and the things that I can take profit in and go on the sidelines until the next report comes out. Sundays are very important because it marks the beginning of the week of the trading session. So you definitely want to get orders in and get involved on Sunday and not wait until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so let's do this. Let's start off with Theta real quick. All right, so here is how Theta ended the week and what it's doing right now. All right, the way Theta is moving right now, we have a rally alert on the Theta. We're anticipating that Theta is going to get enough momentum behind it to break the upper trend line resistance. All right, so I'm expecting some upside production for Theta, all right, to start the week off. Just be aware that it's still a possibility it could also break down and fall outside of this Kumo cloud. And you do have this increasing selling pressure. So we'll see if the market wants to bottom. It's looking like it does on the weekly chart. All right, next is XRP Ripple. All right, so XRP Ripple is going to start the week off with a primary rally alert. All right, so we got a primary rally alert in XRP Ripple to start the week off on the weekly chart. All right, on gold, we have a sell signal showing an overbought status, meaning that the market has ran up and it looks like it may have run out of steam. I know we had the bullish pointer on this weekly chart from the week of March the 11th. But I'm just going by what I see here, and this is what we got. The last overbought, oversold sell signal came the week ending January the 7th of 2022, and the market did proceed to rally fiercely on that oversold indicator. All right, next up is let's look at silver right now, silver futures. So silver futures ended the week neutral. It's still under the auspices of a bear market, but it's moving sideways, consolidating with looks like some increasing negative momentum. You came into last week with a crash alert. You never got that downside production, not yet anyway. But I think the market is going to use the rally from the prior week to for the bears to come in. And it looks like we do have that increasing selling pressure. All right, next up, we got, take a look at copper. This is the copper ETF, COPX. And as you can see here, the market is just moving sideways, but with a bearish bias. We've crossed over. It looks like we have temporarily topped out. We have a short-term top in place. We've crossed over to the red zone on the weekly chart. So we're expecting the possibility of some downside to come into that one. All right, looking at your gold miners, GDXJ. GDXJ, you can see the market hit a new weekly high. So we're anticipating that the market will try to push through the top of this Kumo cloud. It has increasing bullish momentum behind it. So we see more upside to come for GDXJ. As far as GLD, the gold ETF, we actually come now. We have a official sell signal on the weekly chart. The last overbought, oversold indicator of this kind was an oversold on February the 11th, and you got wonderful upside production, which is really good. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next one here. All right, I know people have been talking about that nickel. So here is the nickel ETF, JJN, and you have a sell signal for this one to start the week off. We have a crash alert based on an overbought reading, and the selling pressure has come in. Looks like the bears are parked, camped out right there. We haven't had an indicator like this, oversold indicator like this, since the week ending of April the 30th of 2021, and that was an oversold reading, and it was all uphill from there. And you have a bullish pointer here too, so I don't know, maybe the market's going to test the top of the Kumo cloud, so we'll probably drop sub $35 a share before the market decides if it's going to rally from there. All right, the next one here, let me look. I don't have anything in order. I booked everything together. Okay, here it is. All right, ADA Cardano. So ADA Cardano, as you can see here, is falling. It came into the week. Right after you hit that weekly high, you hit another one the prior week, and then the market proceeded to start falling this past week. We don't have a signal, but the market's still in a bearish position, so we expect more downside to start the week off in ADA Cardano according to the weekly charts. All right, I know there are people that like lithium, so here's lithium, LIT. Lithium finished the week too with a very narrow range bar, and you did gap down on the week, so this one will probably start off with a little bit of a rally to close the gap. You do have some buying interest that crept up in there, but you've crossed from green to red zone, so it could flip-flop in a sideways pattern. I think this bar right here is suspicious. The week ending March the 18th of 2022. I think that's your consolidation bar, and I think that's where price action is going to stay for the foreseeable future for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right, here is the silver mining ETF, silver mining stocks ETF. Ticker is SIL, which is the same for the micro futures. It's /SIL on Thinkorswim. This one is bullish. So this one is going to try to breach the bottom of the Kumo cloud. So I see more upside production. You just hit another weekly high, and you have increasing buying momentum to help it. SLV, which is the silver ETF, tracks the silver futures. Same exact analysis here. You are still in the red zone. The overhead Kumo cloud is going to mark a significant resistance, but you do have a bullish pointer from the week ending March the 11th. So it's a possibility the market will temporarily pop its head up through the top of the cloud, and then we'll see where it goes from there, because you do have increased selling momentum coming into the week. All right, uranium is another thing people have been talking about. This ETF is UEC, and it is very bullish, and I see a lot more upside to come on this one. I think the UEC is acting as an Illuminati index, and the higher this thing goes, don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I think it is the nuclear war, thermonuclear war, World War III indicator. And uranium is going up, which means that the bombs are getting ready to fly. That's how I would interpret and look at it. Not fear mongering, just going by what I'm seeing here. This is bullish. All right. It's the uranium mining ETF. So you do the knowledge yourself on that one. What you think? All right. Nat gas futures also bullish. I expect this one to continue to run. Did we take out this bullish pointer yet? $7.40. Okay, we came within 6 cents of taking out the bullish pointer. So I think the market will definitely do that to start the week off, or at least by the end of the week, it should take that out. If it fails, then that means this is a test. It will be considered a test, a failed test of the pointer, and then you would see a very steep and sharp and long-lasting decline. So you nat gas people out there, something to look at, something to think about as we move forward. Now, for those that want to get involved in the nat gas, but you don't want to have the futures exposure, there is UNG. That's the ticker for the nat gas ETF that tracks nat gas futures, and it ended on the same way. It ended at the highs of the session, new weekly high, and this one looks to want to run, and it's already, this is a new high for it. I don't know if it's a new all-time high. Let's see. I don't know if it's all-time. Let me see. No, it's definitely not all-time. Okay, it has a long way to go. The all-time high on this one goes back to November the 16th, 2018, when it hit $39.87 a barrel. I should say a barrel. It's what is it? I don't know what it's called. You guys who know more than me with that, you know what it's called. You know what I mean. All right, actually, that's not the all-time high. All-time high looks like it was around $2,000. Goodness. Okay, so this ETF before all these, I don't know if it did reverse splits to get to this point, but it was at one point on the week of July the 4th of 2008, it hit $2,044.48. Good grief. That's incredible. So, yeah, man. All right, I think that's about it to start off with. Oh, that's what I was missing. Bonds. Here it goes. I knew I was missing one of these. Okay. Last chart, bonds. Here is your bond futures, the long bond. The ticker is TLT. And as you can see here, you keep hitting weekly lows almost every week. It's just drop, drop, drop. And it's increasing selling pressure. People are just selling. They're liquidating these positions. And you're in a full-fledged bear market in the bonds, which means the interest rates have no choice but to spike and continue to run higher. So there it is, folks. You got your pre-market PulseWave report. Read them and weep. The dashboard is updated. Everything you need to know is on the dashboard. And with that being said, I will update later this evening or tonight, possibly, depending on what the markets do when they open at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time tonight. If I need to update the journal, I will. If I need to do a special report, I will, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be quiet. We may even have a very quiet Monday based on how these markets are looking. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the trading room. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.